Hey everybody, Jimmy Vreeland with Joint Ops Properties here. I thought I would share this 6 minutes of the Cash Flow Ninja podcast with Gina Lofton because I don't know Gina. I just heard her on this podcast. She's got a phenomenal story. But in the 6 minutes that I'm going to just copy and make a video, it's the best explanation of the problem with taxes and if you're an entrepreneur and how you're going to get out of the rat race that I've ever heard. So I thought I'd copy it and share it with you guys. And I thought I'd copy it and share with you guys, throw this thought out on the Joint Ops channel. So check it out and hear what MC Lauscher and Gina Lofton have to say about taxes.
Taxes, right? So I live in California, and when I had a job and my career, I was a W-2. I had a W-2. So if you ever read, Robert Kiyosaki's book, The Cash Flow Quadrant, it talks about the different income, right? You have the E for employee, S for self-employed or small business owner, B for business owner, and then I for investor. Each one of those four income types have different tax consequences. So you just need to really recognize where you're deriving your income from today and what those taxes are. So as an example, on the E or the S, which is the employee or the self-employed small business owner, you might be paying at a federal level upwards of 40% or more. At a state level, if you live in New York or Connecticut or California, you will be paying another 10, 12%. So that's, you're above 50, 52%. That's just with federal and with state. Then when you put on top of that, let's just say Social Security tax is another 6%, you're now almost at 60%. And then Obamacare, 4.8. And then if you're married, you can have a marriage penalty. So you're upwards about, 65, 70%. What business could you actually run when you're giving away 70 cents of every dollar? It's just not possible. Right. And once you figure that out of how you're, this was my, and I talk about tax efficient income in my book. I focused my energy on generating income that was the most tax efficient. So on the business side, the B side or the I side of the quadrant, the taxes are 0 to 15%. As an example, Warren Buffett's, tax percent is he pays about 17.4% tax. Well, that was my goal. I said, I want to pay exactly what that guy's paying, not one penny more. Right. And when you focus your energy on that, then you will focus your time on building the most tax efficient income. Instead of working more hours on your job to make another, $100 a month or whatever it is to give the IRS or the government 60 cents, don't spend that extra time working to get another promotion. For me, it didn't make sense. I'd rather spend that extra time to focus on creating the right type of income, which was investment income, business income, royalty income, and real estate income. And that's what I did.
Yeah, by focusing your efforts on generating your income from a business or investments tax efficiently, you are combating one of the biggest wealth destroyers, taxes. And this income from businesses and investments can also combat another wealth destroyer, inflation, through proper strategies.
Yeah, and since this is an election year, I just do want to make sure your listeners understand it doesn't matter who is in the White House. I don't care if it's Trump nor Clinton. It doesn't really matter, okay? The country has $20 trillion worth of debt, excluding their unfunded liabilities such as Medicare, such as Social Security. So if they have $20 trillion worth of debt, they need to get that debt repaid, and the only way that they can do that is via taxes. Therefore, the probability of your taxes going down is slim to none. The sooner you figure this out, the sooner that you can not, eliminate yourself from being a indentured servant. So I'm an African-American female. I just, did not want to be a slave for the rest of my life because, so they say Abraham Lincoln emancipated slaves back in, the early days. So once you figure that out, then kind of like, okay, I need to generate my income from this way. And it's really unfortunate because the middle class and the high income earners, especially if they're making their income the wrong way, will be indentured servants in perpetuity.
Right. No, I couldn't agree with you more. This is election year. Vote for yourself by investing in your own financial education, because as Gina just mentioned, it's a very big wake-up call for folks out there. But $20 trillion, and that's not even counting all the unfunded liabilities that are out there. The national debt and the unfunded liabilities are the biggest issues out there. And you're going to have to invest in your financial education to learn how to create tax-efficient income streams to combat this big wealth destroyer of taxes, because the money has to come from somewhere. And if you look at the government's projections of tax revenues, they are projected to go up, and that money's going to have to come from somewhere. So you're going to have to take proactive steps to protect yourself.